I hold 3 degrees, including a PhD. But the most important lessons I have learned came from common people who learned through experience. They were able to sum up their knowledge in simple, short statements or stories that were easy to understand. Although many would call these people undereducated, they taught me some of the most important lessons in my life. What I learned from them was worth more than all of my degrees combined, and it did not cost me a cent. I want to share these stories with young people, so today I am going to start with the most important. Before I begin, I want you to know that what I am going to share is not meant to put down your generation. I believe that your generation has been cheated in many ways through the broken educational system and hindered by things beyond your control that I do not want to get into. I share this because I truly want to help. It seems to me that we are constantly hearing young people complaining about not getting the job they want or deserve. They complain of employers not contacting them after submitting applications. These may be valid claims, but just because they are valid does not mean someone will give them a job. Whenever I hear this, I have to think of a story my mom told me about getting a job in the heart of the Great Depression. Times may have changed, and the way people apply and are hired for jobs may be different, but the moral of this story should still apply today. My mom loved school and was a straight A student. When she turned 16, her birthday present from her mother was a command: quit school and get a job to help support the family. My grandfather was dying of lung cancer after years in the coal mines, and my grandmother was tired of working. Although my mother said that she cried her eyes out, she did what she was told and got a job at a small grocery store by the name of A&P. When her younger sisters turned 16, my mom fought my grandmother to allow them to finish high school. My mom worked longer hours and contributed more to the family, and her sisters completed high school. Work at the A&P was not hard, but the pay was not very good. There was one company in Elizabeth, New Jersey, that had government contracts and paid much better, and even offered some benefits. That company was the Singer Manufacturing Company. At the time, their main product was sewing machines, and these were in great demand as countries needed them for military uniforms. The Second World War was already taking place in Europe. My mom decided that she was going to get a job at Singer. Please remember that fact. She decided that she was going to get a job, not just apply for one. On her next day off, my mom got dressed in the nicest clothes that she could find and left early for the Singer employment office. She was the first one there, but by 9 a.m., the room was full with people standing shoulder to shoulder, even into the hallway beyond. At that time, an administrator walked into the room and said, "Sorry everyone, we have no jobs today." The room quickly cleared, except for one person: my mom. About an hour later, the same administrator was passing through the room, saw my mom and said, "Sorry young lady, but we have no openings today." My mom calmly replied, "I know, I am just waiting." He tried to dissuade her, but she smiled and said she would wait. This scenario repeated itself at lunchtime and several other times through the day. Finally, at 5 p.m., the same man walked out, looked at my mom and said, "If you want to work here that bad, be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. and we will find you a job." My mom worked at Singer long enough to get her younger sister a job before moving on. My Aunt Lee continued to work at Singer until her untimely death in 1976. Over the years, I never forgot this story. I can remember countless times it gave me the strength to pursue the things in life that I desired, even when things looked impossible. I have shared this with my children and my granddaughter and countless students over the years. So, to those discouraged young people, please keep this story in mind. If you truly want something, and you know you are capable, do not give up. Do not let the word no stop you from continuing to strive to get that job, or that degree, or that training. Instead of putting your effort into complaining that no companies are calling you, find out what it takes to succeed and go do it. I truly hope that this story can inspire some of you to not give up. Go out and get what you want out of life. Keep in mind, until you are the CEO of your own business, you will always have to play by someone else's rules. But this is just the price to get where you want to be. Good luck.